brought to you by Gitanjali Salon, Channi Himmat, Jammu. Follow Ruchika Makeovers on Facebook and Instagram for best bridal makeup in town.
Hello viewers, you're watching Jammu Links News. I'm Manat Gupta and welcome to the daily updates of Midday News. Let's begin. 4 contacts of an elderly man from Digyana in Jammu who had recently died of coronavirus tested positive, including a 4-year-old girl child, taking tally of COVID-19 patients in Jammu region to 149 and active cases to 86. Some of them had visited Preetnagar residence of the victim to inquire his condition. The positives including 2 men aged 35 and 60 years, a woman aged 39 and a female child of 4 years of age. 46 persons including 14 police personnel from district police lines Anantnag tested positive for coronavirus in Kashmir, while a woman admitted to chest disease hospital died due to COVID-19, taking the Jammu and Kashmir corona death toll to 13. The number of coronavirus cases in the Union Territory now stands at 1,183 and fatalities at 13. So far, 1,11,368 travellers and persons in contact with suspected cases have been enlisted for surveillance, which included 2,09,442 persons in home quarantine, including facilities operated by government, 105 in hospital quarantine, 595 in hospital isolation and 1,05,425 under home surveillance. Besides, 6,05,788 persons have completed their surveillance period. The National Disaster Management Authority on Sunday asked ministers or departments of the Government of India, state governments and state authorities to continue the lockdown measures up to May 31st to prevent the spread of COVID-19 in the country. The NDMA directed the National Executive Committee to issue modifications in the guidelines as necessary, keeping in view with the need to open up economic activities while containing the spread of COVID-19. The Jammu and Kashmir government has ordered that guidelines or instructions already in force in the Union Territory during Lockdown 3.0 issued on May 3rd will continue till May 19, when the government will make detailed assessment of the situation and take call on Lockdown 4.0, which has been extended till May 31st, and guidelines for which are being released by the Union Ministry of Home Affairs. An order extending the Lockdown 3.0 guidelines till May 19 was issued late Sunday evening by Chief Secretary BVR Subramaniam, who also happens to be the chairperson State Executive Committee. A top Hizbul Mujahideen commander wanted in the killing of an RSS functionary and his PSO was killed in a gunfight with security forces in Doda district of Jammu and Kashmir on Sunday. An army personnel also lost his life in the 5-hour-long encounter, which started when the security forces launched a joint search operation in Gundana area, 26 kilometers from Doda town, following information about presence of some terrorists.
Regarding the presence of terrorists in village Khotra, which is in Tehsil and district Doda. This information was regarding the presence of terrorist Tahir Ahmed Bhatt. We were on the lookout for this terrorist since January this year, when we had killed another terrorist of Hizbul Mujahideen by the name of Harun in this area, general area this side.
Jammu and Kashmir administration on Sunday hiked the retail excise duty of liquor. A government order notified that an additional retail excise duty of 50% on maximum retail price of certain liquor products will be levied from May 18th. The last batch of 310 Ladakhi pilgrims who were left stranded in Iran over the past 2 months amid the coronavirus lockdown landed at Leh airport on Sunday. The pilgrims were earlier flown to New Delhi from Tehran on a special flight of the Mahan Airways and were later taken to Leh on board 2 special aircrafts of Air India. The centre on Sunday announced plans to privatize PSUs in non-strategic sectors and suspend loans default-triggered bankruptcy filings for 1 year in the fifth and final tranche of its economic stimulus package that, together with RBI's liquidity measures, totalled to about Rs 21 lakh crore but entailed less than 10% cash outgo from government offers. Jammu and Kashmir National Conference Vice President and former Chief Minister Omar Abdullah on Sunday exhorted the party cadre to reach out to the people in distress and help them fight coronavirus. In the first video conference with senior party leaders of Jammu province after his release from nearly 8 months detention under PSA in March, Abdullah said we are in an unprecedented situation which calls for a cohesive approach based on compassion and the spirit of togetherness, the hallmark of our glorious existence. He said, this is not the time to do politics or to superimpose individual sufferings over the general good of community, given the unprecedented challenge posed by COVID-19 to humanity. After recording the first COVID-19 case, authorities in Poonch district of Jammu and Kashmir on Sunday declared a village as a red zone and its surrounding villages as buffer zones to prevent the spread of the infection. Hari village in Surankot Tehsil have been declared as a red zone, while the adjoining villages have been declared as buffer zones. A labourer who had recently returned from Himachal Pradesh was tested positive on Saturday, making him the first case in the border district, which along with Doda district had remained COVID-19 free so far.
हमारा जो हाड़ी विलेज है उसको रेड जोन डिक्लेयर किया है और उसके जो आसपास का कुछ एरिया है उनको जो है उनको बफर जोन डिक्लेयर किया है। इसमें से कुछ लोग हमारे नेगेटिव होने के बाद अपने घर भी वापस जा चुके थे और उनको भी दोबारा से एहतियात के तौर पर उन सबकी भी दोबारा सैंपलिंग की जा रही है।
Dr. Smita Murmu, First Lady of the Union Territory of Jammu and Kashmir, visited a quarantine facility in Samba and took first-hand information of the preparedness of the administration to house the inmates and the various facilities being provided to them. She was briefed by Deputy Commissioner Samba about the measures being taken by the district administration to contain the spread of COVID-19 pandemic and details of the various quarantine centres in the district. Assistant Director General Central Reserve Police Force Zulfikar Hussain reviewed security situation and COVID-19 management at Ramban. He expressed his satisfaction that so far none of CRPF personnel in J&K has contracted the COVID-19. Lauding CRPF men for all roles they are assigned, ADG expressed his satisfaction over the coordination between CRPF and J&K police in maintaining security and countering militancy in the area. The nationwide lockdown was imposed to curb the spreading of COVID-19 pandemic. Few days back, looking at the status of COVID-19 pandemic in Samba, the district administration Samba has issued an order allowing the opening of non-essential shops in district Samba on scheduled dates and times. Following the orders of the district administration Samba, the shopkeepers on Sunday opened their shops in the main market Gagwal, Vijaypur and Samba. More than 66,000 people from Jammu and Kashmir who were stranded in different parts of the country due to the ongoing nationwide lockdown have been evacuated, while 54,866 locals returned to the Union Territory through Lakhanpur. 11,456 stranded passengers arrived on COVID-19 special trains at Jammu and Udhampur railway stations. The Jammu and Kashmir Police has registered an FIR against a construction firm for alleged unplanned excavation of the Jammu-Srinagar National Highway that triggered landslides, leaving 2 people dead. The landslide on Saturday in Seri Ramban also damaged 9 vehicles, mostly trucks and excavators engaged in an ongoing 4-laning highway project. The 270-kilometer Jammu-Srinagar National Highway has become a nightmare for commuters due to the pathetic condition of the only all-weather road linking Kashmir with the rest of the country. With the highest ever spike of 5,242 new cases in the last 24 hours, the total number of positive COVID-19 cases in India reached 96,169 on Monday, according to the Ministry of Health and Family Welfare. With 157 deaths reported in the last 24 hours, the death toll has risen to 3,029 as per the latest update by the ministry. Out of the total number of cases, 36,824 have been cured or discharged or migrated.